Okay, welcome everybody, including Ned Zad, Mahum Tomovic. It is on, like Donkey Kong. Okay, welcome everybody to the Penny Stock Billionaire live stream. For those of you who want to turn pennies into billions with these 10-bagger, 100-bagger stocks. So far, we have not had a 100-bagger. We have a couple of prospects, but we've definitely had 20-baggers, 50-baggers, 15-baggers, all that other good stuff. Yeah, so things are looking really good. Today is a little bit of an off day in the market. I think a little bit of profit taking right now. Just a weird day. We're half a day in the U.S. And I think next week is shaping up to be a very exciting week in the markets. I think January, I think we're going to have a massive month into January, at least the first 3 weeks. So probably now into January, it's could be like some incredible opportunities. There's definitely some some tax loss selling with some of the beaten down Canadian shares. I'm just looking at my screen, like Skylight is getting the shit kicked out of it. It's less than $2 now. So pretty much stocks that have been, a little bit weak, that have not been actively, out there promoting, so to speak, or have been, off the radar. Any stock that's been off the radar, expect to get a beating in the next couple of weeks here. But I think we're going to see some incredible opportunities. So let's get right into it. I got 3 stocks I want to talk about, maybe 4 stocks, which I think these things are ready to explode right here. We could probably see some massive gains coming up right now, and that is Relic, VSB, ESE, Entertainment, Organic Garage, a couple of others. And listen, here's the thing. I know some people have been complaining on Twitter that our Twitter, some of the charts we put out with these crazy price targets, of like $5, whatever it is, and it's all just hype, pumping. Well, it's not. It is science, okay? And just like Joe Biden says, follow the science. I'm telling you that you need to follow the science. Don't be a hater, a science denier. Do not be a science denier. These charts are science, and just like we have been right, pointing at exactly some of these big wins over here that you see scrolling down below. What is it? We got PKK up 2,000%, 20-bagger, CBDT a 50-bagger, Nextech up, 15-bagger. Fans Unite, VSB a 10-bagger, and it's just getting started. So this is just pure science. I mean, this is not. Listen, chart science is just like climate change. If you believe in climate science, you got to believe in chart science. They both have the same thing. So I don't want to hear any deniers, any science deniers here. Okay, here we go. Let me just pull up a quick disclaimer, as we always have our disclaimer here. Of course, none of this is a recommendation to buy or sell securities. Listen, I don't need to tell you these are all high-risk stocks. They can all go to zero. You could lose all your money. I mean, you might be able to make 50 times, 100 times your money, but things. No, that is a troll. That we have a troll. So this is, I know I've made the big time when I have a troll that comes up with a Twitter thing. I think that's this guy Wolf of Oakville, whatever it is. He's a hater who is very upset that Organic Garage has been moving up, and I think that I think he's upset that we said peak fintech was pretty much topped out at $12, $14, which take a look, it has. Again, nothing against peak fintech, PKK, but hey, I tell you the charts as they are. I try to be as objective as possible. If something is looking bad, I tell you it's looking bad. I mean, anybody who following this has known this, so that's the deal here. Okay, let's start talking about making some money here. Organic Garage, first up. First of all, I want to thank our official cigar sponsor from way back, which is Tony Da Vinci, aka, it's a stage name, Tony Da Vinci, who sent me a box of these Davidoff Grand Cru #2 cigars back in, I think, March. And I actually was just at an undisclosed location where these have been locked away in a humidor for the last 6 months. I was just able to access this. So I have only 2 left. So Tony Da Vinci, thank you. And I hope you're making a lot of money. Our next 10 bagger, I think you made a lot of money in CBDT. That was a 50X, a couple of others. I believe that OG and ESE are going to be massive, massive wins coming up right now. So let's get into Organic Garage. Okay, so I am looking at the 1-hour chart of OG. You can pretty much see that it's kind of bottomed out here at this kind of 42-cent range. 40, yeah, the low 42, 43, whatever the number is, we don't need to be exactly specific, but this is the pullback. So again, this stock started running right around here. I would say officially, I think we started at 35 cents, but you know what? Look, I think the company announced that they were hiring us. It was like 30 cents then. So 30 cents is really the official start of this thing. So it went from 30 cents, it went to 72 cents. So that's 42 cents in a month. You got to expect these stocks to pull back between 50 and 60%. So if you take 60% of 42 is how much? How much is 60%? It's like, I don't know, 28 cents. I don't know, whatever the number is. That pretty much brings us to where we are right now. So we have seen the pullback. And now let's take a look at the daily chart. Okay. I think what we're going to now look at this. It's holding up above the moving average. There's definitely been short selling. I'll tell you what is going on. There is some guys, I believe it's out of Germany. There are some short sellers. There is guys who were expecting Organic Garage to do a financing at these levels. There's been a lot of people, for some reason, that have been expecting them to do a financing, which is not happening. It's not happening. Okay, it hasn't happened. It didn't happen at 60 cents. It didn't happen at 70 cents. The problem is the company announced this when it was around 30 cents, and everybody thought, oh, they're doing a financing. Well, they're not. I don't think they're going to do anything until at least maybe $1.50. And I think the stock could easily run there. You see right now, this thing is bouncing off this support here. It's held above the moving average. And I think we're going to see a turnaround, a key reversal day, probably Monday, Tuesday, and it's going to build a base. And then we're going to see probably, I don't know, I would say $1 in the next couple of weeks. I think this is a $2.50 minimum in the next probably 3-4 months. And I'll tell you what, I think this thing could be $5 very quickly. And I'll tell you what that's based on. So $5 is essentially a $250 million market cap. And if they get, let's see, they get 10 stores open end of 2022 next year. Again, the market is forward looking. You got to realize the market is forward looking. They announced they're opening, they're starting to look for locations now in Toronto, potentially 25 locations. That's one tiny market. I think they're going to open. I think they could open maybe 4 to 6 stores this year. On track to open 4 to 6 stores. So the market's going to forward look. So let's say you got 10 stores. They got 4 stores now, 25, 30 million sales. You got 10 stores doing, I don't know, let's say they're doing, I don't know, 8 million in sales, okay, 6 million in sales. So you got 60 million in sales over there. You do 4 times revenue, only 4x, maybe 5x. Again, you're paying for growth here. Plus, you throw in the plant-based foods, the future of cheese business, which could be massive, massive business. Essentially, you're getting that for free with this thing right now. And that's your 250 million market cap. That's cheap. That's nothing. I mean, the stock right now is a $50 million market cap. So do I think it can get to a $250 million market cap? Of course. So that's $5. So that'll be a 15 bagger from where the time it was introduced. And Wolf of Oak Street will be crying and slitting his wrists. Just like all the haters in CBDT, in Nextech, in Peak FinTech, in Fans, Cytodyne. I can go through the list. Dozens and dozens of stocks that have had massive wins. Look, this is science. Don't deny science here. Organic Garage is, I think the stock right here is absolutely right here. It is bargain basement pricing. It's a Black Friday sale right here. You're getting it for, essentially you're getting the stock for free. That's what it is. Okay. Next up on our hit parade, Liquid Avatar, a metaverse stock. Bit of some slippage today. You're having a pennant form here. I think today's a fake out. I don't believe this. This is not a breakdown of the pennant. I think it's just a little bit of a fake out. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart if I'm correct. Yeah, I think there's your support, 20-cent range. And I think it's going to catapult off of here. And we could be on track to, by the way, this Yahoo, they changed the charts. Everything is really screwed up with these Yahoo charts. I really hate, I got to switch. This is really the horrible technology here. Bad numbers, whatever. Anyway, it's showing 94 cents here. Do I think Liquid Avatar can get to 94 cents? I actually think it can. I know it's highly speculative. Again, you can lose all your money with these stocks. These are all high risk stocks. Just because we have them on this live stream, we talk about them, it doesn't mean that they're going to go up 20 baggers. I mean, just because CBDT went up 50x, it doesn't mean that, Liquid Avatar is to go 50x. Maybe it's only going to go up 5x. I don't know. You don't know with these things, right? So by the way, make sure you click the like and subscribe button to help the YouTube algorithm. You can even hit the dislike button, the thumbs down button, because that will also help the algorithm. So Liquid Avatar. Let's take a look at the 1 day chart over here. Okay, so not a lot of data on this chart, by the way. It's only like a 12-month, 18-month-old chart, and it really got started like last December. So fresh chart, really, but you're getting enough here. I think the next target on this is going to be 50 cents. It's going to break out of this range here. It's going to hit 50 cents. Let's see what happens after that. Okay, but 50 cents is a near-term target. Again, highly speculative. It's in the metaverse space, NFTs, all that crypto nonsense. And this is what the market loves. I think it's actually the only legitimate metaverse penny stock. So there you go. Happy, we have not worked with Happy in quite a while. I like their business. I don't know, just I don't know what they're doing. They're kind of, I don't know what they're doing, and I haven't talked to those guys in a while. ENTEF. Next up on the hit parade, we're going to have ESE on Tuesday. They were supposed to do a live stream today, but there's a reschedule to next Tuesday. So I think they're going to have some news. It's probably smart to reschedule because, look, the market is, I think we had a 1 o'clock originally. I don't know. That might have been my mistake. I may have said Friday. The market's closed, so we don't want to do a live stream when the U.S. market is closed, right? That would be stupid. And I think they have something worthwhile to talk about. So Tuesday is going to be the day. And this thing, now yesterday, this thing looked like it was about to break out of this $1.70 pennant here. It's probably going to happen Monday, Tuesday of next week. And again, you got to look at this. You got to look at this whole chart here. We introduced this at 30 cents last December, right? So a year later, here we are. We're at $1.53. Now, it did hit a high of 450. So basically, it went up 14, 15x. And we are now at $1.50. I believe we're going to hit, this chart kind of tells me we're going to hit 450 again. Most likely, I know this sounds crazy, but I've seen this chart pattern before. I mean, it's not going to stop at 450. It's going to go to 450. It's going to build a base there, and then it can blow right out of there to $8, just like Peak Fintech. PKK, take a look at the Peak Fintech charts over the last 18 months. You're going to see, I believe, the same exact thing. We're going to see $4 plus on ESC, just like we saw $3 was, this holding pattern with Peak Fintech between February and July of this year, and then it broke out of that to hit $7, basically $7. I mean, again, you got to do with the reverse. It's basically from 6 to 14, whatever it is. You're going to see exactly the same thing, I believe, with ESE. We're going to hit $4 and then $8 plus. Should they change? I like this name, that is a good name, Meta Frenzy. Meta Frenzy 360. That is a pretty good name. I actually talked to Conrad. He's open to doing a name change, so maybe we'll talk about it on Tuesday. I actually do believe 100% that if ESE changed the name of the business to something a little sexier, the stock would double automatically. VSB also very, very, very hot, heating up. And, I'm shocked that, when I say that VSB can hit $3 or $5, people are in denial. Look, this is really, it's a science, man. This is like, I don't want to brag. I really don't want to brag, but I'm like the Einstein of penny stock charts. I mean, just look at the track record. I'm just stating a fact here. It doesn't mean it's going to continue. We're not making any predictions or guaranteeing results. Past not indicative future results. But let's take a look at VSB right here. There we go. VSB. Again, yesterday the chart looked amazing. Like we could see a break. Today is a bit of a fake out day with a lot of these stocks. I think it's a bit of a fake out. We might even see Monday a bit of some sloppy trading possibly on Monday, but I think you have a very strong base here in this $1.30 range, and there is enough here. Again, look at this chart. I think we're going to hit $2 very, very quickly and break out of there. And where can go from there? Probably $5 minimum. I think this is going to be a $455 stock. Now, they're going to have to deliver at that point. When they hit $5, they better have the goods. But this chart is definitely showing $5, $455 very easily. Again, these things are forward-looking. The markets are forward-looking, so the market is kind of looking at where this could be very shortly. Raya. We gotta see what's going on with Raya. This has been a little bit of a. It's been a little. I don't know. It's kind of. They launched the news. They had some news, and I don't know what's going on. I got to get these guys back on the live stream. Let's take a look. And I think the problem with this thing was, frankly, I think there was some front running here. Like, somebody said, hey, Wall Street Report is going to get involved. And I think there was some front running. And, these guys probably, yes, I think there's some people loaded in here. That's my suspicion. But I think we're at the bottom here. If you look at this chart, this is pretty much the bottom. So I think if the company now has some decent news, you could quickly see a double. Again, can this be a 10-bagger? I absolutely believe RYA, RYAH, can be a 10 bagger, meaning a $1 plus stock, which is from the time we introduced it. So 20x from here. Probably going to, I think they're going to have some news. It's been a little slow, but once they get some news flow going, some momentum, build a base here and kind of break out. I think there's going to be a very low bar. I don't think there's going to be any kind of selling in the way here at this point. I think pretty much, I think what we've seen here is just a lack of, I don't know, just maybe kind of a lack of news has been kind of keeping us from moving up. But yeah, the Riot, I think, is we're really not even in the first inning. It's really, we're kind of in the introductory phase. I mean, this company's not even on the playing field yet. So let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks. Okay, let's take a look at what else here. We got 24 minutes into the close. The market is looking really weak today. Let's take a look at Bellwether, Tesla. Again, what did I tell you about that charts don't lie? I think anybody watching this live stream last November when Tesla was $400, I said, hey, this thing is going to go beyond 800. And sure enough, it did. And, you know, maybe, and again, I'm not a Tesla fan. I hate the company. But, you know, again, the charts tell you the story. I think this is actually getting started here. Again, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't have to make sense. You don't have to like it. You could hate it all you want, but I think that Tesla ultimately could hit close to $2,000. We might see a bit of a pullback here, but I don't think this story is over. You do want to watch this moving average here. You do want to keep an eye on this 947. That's some support right here. So if it breaks down below, it could get you know, could get a little sloppy. But I would not be shorting Tesla here. Yeah, I think we might see some little bit of downside action here. Again, it's below the 1 hour moving average, maybe to 1,000, testing 900 range here, maybe here even. But Tesla is not over. And why do I bring this up? Because Tesla, again, is a bellwether for the microcaps. Yeah, I'm sorry. Look, I'm just trying to be a populist, you know, using Yahoo. Interesting. You know what? I think that's a complete coincidence, actually. I actually believe all these stocks right now are heading to $4 or $5. It just, I don't know, it's just the way it is. They started, if you look at it, you know, when we started, these guys, well, ESC was at like 37 cents. VSB was 17 cents. RHT, I think, was 90 cents. And RHT and ESC were trading in that same exact dollar range a couple of weeks ago. They were like $1, you know, 25, whatever the number was. Whatever the number was, 90 cents even before that, 99. Yeah, I think it's a complete coincidence. I think it's a complete coincidence. I do think though that yeah, RHT, I think $5 into March. Okay, I think $5 by March, $250 by December is on track. If the company hits their numbers in December, they're saying they're going to hit $2 million a month revenue run rate. That would yeah, they could easily carry off a 250 stock price in December. I mean, you don't have to like the company, you don't have to like the CEO, you don't have to like the industry. The chart tells you the facts. It tells you it's science, man. You know, don't be a science denier. You know, listen to Dr. Fauci. When he tells you to put on that mask, you know, and take the vaccine, you know that is that's the science. And I'm telling you right now, like, I'm the Dr. Fauci of penny stock charts. This thing is going to $5 very easily. I think actually RHT Relic, RQHTF for all the Americans here, Could be a $10 stock. It's going to take about another year, though. In a year, it could be $10. I know you don't have the patience. Everybody here wants short-term gratification. But again, organic garage, $5, that's short-term. That's like, 6 months maybe. Okay, it could be $5. I think $5 by April, May. If you're willing to hold organic garage a couple of years, I mean, this company, look what they're doing. If they open up 25 stores, okay, they open up 25 stores, they get the future, that cheese business cranking, okay, you're talking about, 500 million market cap would be nothing. With 25 stores, 8 million a store revenues, 4 or 5 times revenue, multiple. US expansion, licensing that brand. This could be $1 billion company. So let's just take $1 billion divided by 50 million shares, and you got $20 a share. Organic garage can be a $20 stock. Is it going to happen by, 1 o'clock today? No. Is it going to happen by, February? No. It could. You never know. But could it happen in 18 months? 100%. Take a look at Peak FinTech. I mean, I'm just going to pull up the chart. They're not a client of Wall Street Reporter here, but let me just show you this. I know this company has a lot of Kool-Aid drinkers now. Everybody's a Kool-Aid drinker. They're all drinking the Jonestown Kool-Aid right here. And again, nothing to do with the fundamentals of the business. I'm just telling you that, sometimes you got to know when to get in, when the move is done. $1 billion market cap. Okay, so the time to have gotten into organic garage was in this range here. So we got involved with it right after Labor Day of last year. It was, I don't know, 35 cents before the reverse. So let's call it 78 cents because that's after the split. So 70, that was the time to get in. Did anybody believe that Peak could have been a 10 bagger? No, nobody believed it. Look where it went. It went to $14. And did I tell you where it was going to go? Yes, I did. Did I tell you it was going to break out of this range? Yes. Look at the live streams between last January and July. Of course, I was wrong for 4 months, and it took a little bit longer, but it broke out, and it went exactly where I said it would go. And then on our Telegram channel. By the way, you want to subscribe to the Telegram channel? I said on Telegram, hey, the company's got $1 billion market cap. It's getting, it's you might want to consider taking profits. We're not involved with this thing anymore. It's going to be very difficult to move this stock. Again, I'm just telling you a fact. This is not, it's very difficult to move a Canadian stock beyond a 600 million market cap unless they got like amazing things going on. They got amazing management. They got amazing proprietary. You got to have a lot of the right stuff. Now, do I think that Peak is a good bit, or I guess they changed the name now? I think they got a nice business. Do I think it's worth the crazy market cap, especially being a Chinese fintech company? The China play is over now. I actually think maybe some of these, I'd be maybe a bottom fisher here with maybe some of the Chinese stocks now. But yeah, this thing is and there's still people drinking the Kool-Aid. They're saying that I'm a hater. I think even that Wolf of Oakville guy or a bunch of people saying, Jack badmouthed companies when he's no longer promoting them. Not true at all. Okay, not true at all. Not true at all. I'm just telling you the reality. So let me give you another one. CBDT. Let me give you a better example. CBDT. Okay, this went up 50 times, 5,000%. This is a stock that we introduced last November. Okay, November. I introduced Empower, CBDT, a nickel, 5 cents. I mean, they don't even make nickels anymore in the U.S. You can't even get. That 5 cents. I don't even know where you can get a 5 cent. It's not even a real currency, 5 cents, right? Nobody believed it. Did I tell you that it could be a 10 bagger? Yes, I did. Now, of course, I thought that 50 cents would have been probably the real target. But then once it hit that 40 cent range, hey, this thing could be going to crazy numbers. It could go to $1.50 plus. Sure enough, 250, 250. I mean, I know there's a bunch of people made a lot of money, including Tony Da Vinci, who sent me 2 boxes of these Davidoff Grand Cru #2 cigars, which, by the way, are Tony Da Vinci. I haven't heard from him in a while. So why would a guy send me 2 boxes? Or these are, again, well, I should say these are only 5 cigars in a box, but still, it's like $20 a cigar. It's a little bit overpriced, but they're very good. So why would a guy send? I mean, like, I didn't ask for this. I mean, like, why would a guy send me $200 basically? Because he made a fucking ton of money. That's why. Okay. So there's a lot of people who made a lot of money in CBDT, and I'm telling you right now, OG is the new CBD. And by the way, when did I tell you that the move in CBDT was over? Right over here, back in, I think it was 75 cents, 80 whatever cents. I mean, our contract was done. The market cap was high. There was no velocity. There was no news flow. I told you it was time to get out. I'll be very, very candid with you. I'm in the promotion business, right? Companies pay Wall Street Reporter, they pay me to give these companies exposure. But ultimately, my allegiance is to you, the audience, because without the audience of people who follow Wall Street Reporter, follow these stocks, this is it's worthless, right? I mean, it's the only reason why, why we get paid the big bucks is because of a track record and the audience that's been built up over years. Okay, built over major wins and people who follow what we say. So I don't want to have loser stocks. I've probably turned down. I've probably turned down $5 million in business in the last 12 months of different fugazi stocks, random bullshit stocks. I could easily made minimum 3 million, easily 3 million, $5 million cash stocks that I turned down because I thought they were bullshit stocks, and most of them turned out to be bullshit, except I think one of them actually did okay. But now I want to be very, very selective with the next super stocks that we have here. Are we going to have dogs? Absolutely. And that's the whole idea. I fully expect half the stocks that we introduce are going to be, they might double out of the gate, maybe even triple. But look, these are high risk stocks. If you want to make the big bucks, if you want to have 20 baggers, 50 baggers, you got to be prepared for some stocks to go to zero. You got to be prepared for that. It's the venture. This is the public venture capital business. You got to be prepared for losers. Because again, CBDT last year, that was a highly speculative stock at a nickel, okay? Highly speculative. It turned out very well. So if you want to make a 50 bagger, you got to be prepared for some meltdowns. And we've had a couple of meltdowns. Shit. I mean, I'm trying to think. We've had, what do we have? We had between February and September, we had about 3-4 stocks that were dogs. Barking dogs with fleas and rabies. Now, I wish they had rabies. They only had fleas. I wish these dogs had rabies, but we had some dogs with fleas. So, yeah. Anyway, Organic Garage, I believe, is going to be, I am 100% certain, certain that Organic Garage is going to be the next CBDT, meaning it could be a 50 bagger from here. $20, potentially. You're going to have to wait a year for that, but $5 very, very easily. I concur. This guy looks like a movie star. What is this guy, Brad Pitt over here? If this guy tells you, if Josh Jordan says that RHT is going to $5, it absolutely is. Yeah, this company can have some massive numbers. Guy, listen, guy, if you want to make the big bucks, you got to be prepared for your risks. Don't be, hating these stocks. Listen, I think this guy is drinking the Kool-Aid. It doesn't matter what, these things don't matter. The chart tells you the truth. That play is done. It's done. Now, let's even CBDT. I told you CBDT is done. It could come back. I think that, once the fundamentals got to catch up to the chart. Yeah. And then these things can come back. So with that said, let's go through a couple of other stocks that we have here. Logic, LGIQ. What is going on with Logic? I don't know, not much. This thing has lost some mojo here. And again, it's very weird. I think Logic could be one of the biggest winners. Look at this bottom here. Amazing bottom here. I mean, you could see what's going on. The stock does not want to go below this $2.20 range. I mean, it's how obvious is this? This is like the most obvious chart in the world. And where can this go? Right over here. Minimum $14. Minimum $14. Potentially, I mean, look at these numbers. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to go to $40. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it can go to $14, and I expect it to go to $14 in the coming months. Sometimes these things take longer, just like the breakout for Peak FinTech, PKK, took a couple of months longer. This thing is taking a couple of months longer. Is it going to go to $14? I'm pretty sure it will. Wow, VSB. This thing, yeah, this thing is looking really, really good. I think we could see some fireworks next week, in the coming weeks. Let's see what else is going on here. Liquid Avatar, RHT. Let me take a quick look at RHT again. 18 minutes into the close. Very quiet day in the markets. All the Americans are out shopping, doing the consumer thing. Again, I think we're having a bit of a fake out today. This thing should have exploded based on that chart pattern from yesterday. This thing should have blown out to like $2 already. So we're seeing a bit of a fake out here. This is not the real thing here. Let's see. Let me just catch up to any comments here. No, I don't know what's going. Look, we're not working with them since September. I think they've kind of gone off the radar. Meaning, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying I haven't heard anything. Yeah, so this is, well, that's the problem, is when these guys fall off the radar, they stop putting out news or whatever. I don't know. I mean, this is like ridiculous here. It's really ridiculous. This is a problem. This is, the reality is when companies kind of stop talking to investors, when they, go off the radar, the stocks drop. Take a look at Skylight Health. I hate this stock because I'm actually stuck with it. I'm holding the bag here because I exercised the option. By the time these guys gave me the shares, it became free trading because they fucked it up. I'm down some significant money. So I do think it's going to turn around. This is the 1 hour chart, looks terrible. I think Skylight here is probably bottomed out. Or I hope it's bottomed out. This might be, yeah. I think we have a good chance for it to turn around here. This is like one of the ugliest charts, but look what happened. They stopped talking to investors. They thought, oh, we're too big for you. We're institutional now, and boom, there you go. That's the lesson. Therein lies the lesson. That is why you want to be in stocks where the CEO, company actually, cares about engaging with retail investors. I mean, take a look at how well it's working out for AMC, they're engaging with retail. That thing is going great. I completely disagree with this. It is not the way to a million, it's the way to billions. So if you buy one share of these stocks, that could turn to $1 billion. That's a fact. Why do I say that? Because, hey, let's say you buy ESC, you buy $1, what is it, $1.50? $1.50, let's say, becomes worth $4. Now you buy one share. That $4, that psychological win, it could set you up for, psychologically, it could do great things to you. Because once you have a couple of wins, it doesn't matter the amount of money you make on a couple of these stocks. If you have a couple of, 10 baggers, it can completely change your whole mindset. I mean, you might all of a sudden become the next Elon Musk. Take a look at this guy. What's his name? The guy who owns the basketball team, the Shark guy, Mark Cuban. Yeah, Mark Cuban. I mean, the guy was really he was really a day trader. I mean, he was essentially a day trader who got involved with some scam internet company, the broadcast.com, which became worth a couple of $1 billion. But he was able to do that because he was a successful trader. I mean, he probably made a couple $1 million. I mean, he wasn't a billionaire at that time, but that he parlayed that into this broadcast.com and that mindset. So it doesn't matter how much, how many shares you own or whatever it is. It doesn't matter if you're going to make $1 million, whatever it is. But yeah, just one share can set you on the path to becoming a billionaire, a penny stock billionaire, and be a certified member of the penny stock billionaire gang. By the way, this is not guidance. We're not making any recommendations. Not a recommendation to buy or sell securities. By the way, if you're watching this, make sure you press the like button below, and also join our Telegram channel. Hang on a second. Where's the Telegram? We're on Telegram. All the good news we put out on Telegram first. So there's a lot of news on Telegram which we don't put out on Twitter. So if you want to get the inside scoop, click the link in the video description to join Telegram. Join our Twitter also. Yes, Calgary Charlie, I am 100% scammer. This is what I do. I basically do these live streams just to scam you and all the Albertans, all the people from Calgary. I guess you missed out. Charlie, which of these winners did you miss out on? Did you miss out on Peak, a 20 bagger? Did you miss out on Nextech, which went up 1,500%? Did Charlie miss out on CBDT, which went up 5,000%? Did Charlie miss out on ESC, which went up 1,300%? Imagine AR, 1,700%. Cytodyne, 2,000%. Visibility Group is just, actually, this is wrong. I'm sorry. I am a scammer because VSB is actually up not 1,000%. It's up like 1,300%. All right, I got to update that. So yes, that is absolutely, and that is the deal. But of course, just because we've had these massive winners in the past, doesn't mean that we're going to have big winners in the future. You might even lose all your money, like Charlie. You already did SHG cheat. You pumped it. I pumped it. Let me tell you, SHG. Hang on. Sorry, but we got an internet problem here. Yeah, so SHG, don't blame me, blame the CEO. Call Prad and ask him, Prad, why did you, do all this engagement outreach to retail investors, for months and months and months, and then as soon as you go on NASDAQ, you decide that you're too good for the retail investors and you went off the radar? Well, that's what happened. So, Charlie, if it helps you any better, I'm down in this piece of shit more than you are probably. But I do think it will turn around. I think they got some things in the pipeline. And there's actually smarter people than me, some analysts, legitimate analysts, who think this can be a $9 stock. So listen, I have hope in this. I haven't sold. Yes, the trolls are out in force. The trolls are out in force. Okay, I love trolls. Okay, so let's take a look. Next week, here is what I believe is going to be the massive winners for next week. You got 9 minutes left, 9 minutes before the closing bell. I hate these Yahoo charts. I got to get to a new chart. They were so good before. Okay. ESE next week, Monday, Tuesday. I think Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be the big move. I think Monday could be the last chance to really get in here. And Tuesday, Wednesday, I think this thing is going to be primed to explode. Okay, what else we got next week? We got Organic Garage. Amazing. Organic Garage is the only stock we have that is green today. Pretty interesting. This thing is really primed. I mean, it's really primed right here. The day chart looks good. The 1 hour chart looks good. I think there's a big short. By the way, I believe there's a big short position in both Organic Garage and ESE. Again, I think with ESE, it's the same thing with both of these stocks. You got some hedge fund guys that have been shorting them, thinking that there's going to be a financing. That is what's been going on. There's probably, close to 1 million shares short in both of these stocks. And guess what? There's not going to be a financing in both of these stocks. No financing. So these guys are going to be screwed, okay? They will be screwed and forced to cover very, very highly. Wait, Charlie, what do you think about OG? Let us know your thoughts. Yeah, Sean Black is hoping Skylight. There's a lot of smart people who have hope in Skylight. And look, I believe the only reason the stock is trading where it is right now is because they dropped the retail support. If they didn't drop the retail support, the stock would be $10. Just stating the facts. Every time we've seen this, look at TBP. Case in point, look at CloudMD. I mean, I can go through a list, a bunch of companies where, they built up a retail following and then they pulled the rug, basically. They said, oh, we don't need you anymore. We're too good for you. We're institutional quality now. Come on, guys. Yeah. And yeah, so that is the deal. Organic Garage is right here. We are getting a bit of a rally into the close. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. Again, a very light day. So I think once you close above 46 cents here, you're going to see some exciting things. I think, let's see here. 50 cents is the pivot. Really, that's kind of the number. Once this thing goes above 50, you're going to have a lot of people loading into it. There's a lot of people who took profits. There's a lot of guys who got into this at 30 cents last month when the company announced that they were starting with Wall Street Reporter. So there's a lot of people who got into it at 30 cents, 40 cents. They double their money, get out of it, and, they're probably going to get back into it once it breaks above 50. There's a lot of people who like to trade these stocks. I don't blame them. We need active trading, day trading, speculation. It's a necessary part of the liquidity and capital formation process. Yeah, I think, we got a very nice setup here next week to break above 50 cents. And then we're going to see $1 plus. Once this thing breaks above $1.25, that is when everybody's going to come out of the woodwork and start loading up on Organic Garage. The FOMO will be unbearable. The FOMO to buy Organic Garage and get in on the next 100 bagger potentially is going to be unbearable. Even Calgary Charlie is gonna probably capitulate. Calgary Charlie is going to capitulate at $1.25. Load up on Organic Garage, and then Organic Garage at $1.25. It's probably going to pull back to like 80 cents. Charlie's going to panic, sell at 80, and from 80 cents, the stock is going to build a base and go to $2.50. And we're going to see Charlie back here saying that he got scammed. Okay, this is okay. The only best stock CBDT still has. Okay, therein lies the problem, Charlie. You know, geez, have you been following what we're doing here? The CBDT has not had the juice in it since last April. The juice was squeezed. They got to get rejuiced. That's going to take months and months. They got to get. I mean, they got to have. It's got to be based on fundamentals now. So it's going to take a while till they build up the fundamentals. And do I believe that CBDT can make another run? I actually do. I think CBDT can be another big winner, but it's going to take a while. It's going to be a while before that thing is ready to go. And it's probably going to be, maybe at lower prices, maybe in this range. I don't know. But, yeah, that thing is, there is no juice in it. So that thing is derailed. You gotta jump on these things when they're hot. Okay, you gotta jump on the momentum here. You gotta know that. By the way, Charlie, I highly recommend you watch some of the live streams we had, which on Wall Street Reporter channel under the educational videos, where we talk about when to get in and when to get out. The time to get out of these stocks, the time to hit the sell button is when you go on CEOCA, the messenger board, and you see all the people drinking the Kool-Aid saying this thing is going to go to the moon, it's going to be 1,000x, I'm going to retire, it's going to be billion, like you're seeing with PKK. I told this is a couple months ago. You saw that with CBDT. You see, that's anytime that happens. And by the way, am I the only guy? No. Look at the interview we did with Bruce Campbell, the famous Canadian investor. Same thing. As soon as you see these guys being talked about on, what is it, BNN, which is the CNBC, that's when it's the BNN favorite stock, that's when you got to sell. So what is this guy complaining about? I don't even know what this is. People, okay, anyway, bottom line, 2 minutes to go into the bell. Last chance, Organic Garage. Next week, massive move in the pipeline. Relic Health, again, I think this is going to be breaking out to $2 probably next 10 days. You're going to see a $2 number on Relic probably in 10 days. Mark this. I could be dead wrong, but by December 8th, 10th, this is going to be a $2 stock, $2.50 by the end of December. ESE, $4 number on this coming up, $5 probably by, I don't know, January, February. Very, very sloppy action in the stock today. Just, people are kind of on vacation already. The U.S. market essentially is, on vacation. A very light week this week. Logic also in very good shape next week. And we got VSB. I think VSB, I would say VSB probably has the most juice in the stock, the most momentum and eyeballs on it. So when VSB starts to move, you can see the thing really, really amplified. So when VSB breaks out of $2, it's going to be a $3, $4 stock very quickly. The $2.25 range is the FOMO. That's the tripwire. That's the FOMO tripwire when all the people will start buying like crazy. Fans is actually, I don't think they're a client at this point. They've been with us for a year. Like, I don't know. I actually like these guys. I like the business. I think that stock is going to do well. I'm holding shares. Okay. And I think that fans will probably hit, we're going to see new highs. We're definitely going to see the $2 number It might take a couple months. They got to get. I think they got to be more aggressive in promoting. Is the thing. I mean, they got to be aggressive with projections and really, they got to get. They need to pump more, more pumping. They need more pumping in this thing. Let's see here. Yeah. So I think fans is probably going to be, $2 soon, but we're not working with them. To be honest, I really don't want to. I'm not in the like IR business where I want to have clients on retainer for forever, for 10 years. The whole idea with next Wall Street Reporter's next super stocks is to, like we talked about on the kind of educational live streams, is we kind of want to get these companies at that inflection point right when they're about to take off, get that big 10x, and then we want to go on to the next thing. I mean, I don't want to. It's very boring for me to be involved in a stock that's like kind of doing the operational business, the mundane. I want to be involved in the juicy part where the growth, just explodes, like Nextech. Nextech, the big move in Nextech was, last up until November. Once they got into the operation business, it's not that interesting. Same thing with CBDT. CBDT is going to be, it's in the boring period right now. It's going to be a very boring company for a while until, they get the fundamentals really cranking. And then, there's some catalyst. But again, the market is forward looking. You buy the rumor, sell the news. So we want to be in there when people are buying the dream. And we want to get out of the stock once the dream starts to become real. Once the dream is real, the value is out of the stock. Then it's obvious. This is like stock market one-on-one stuff I'm talking about here. Yes. Okay, U.S. market is closed. VSQTF. No, they're not a client actually. That's like from way back, June, May. Yeah, they were with us for like 6 months. I don't know what those guys. It's like it was like a hit. That was like, I think those guys pulled a hit and run. There's the quick promo, whatever, and then and then they never heard from them. So I don't know what is up with that thing, but that's what happens with these things. You can't. You always have to expect that you never know which of these stocks is going to be the one that's going to be that big winner. Let's see. Okay, see, there you go. This is Susan is the problem with OG. It is investors exactly like Susan who are the troublemakers who got into this. Again, they got in at 30 cents when the company announced they were signing with the Wall Street Reporter. They double their money. They double their money and they dump and then they get back in. So that is, those of you could all blame Susan. And that is the deal. I think is she back in? I think she might be back in. I think she's back in. Low 30s. No way. There is no way. No way that OG will hit low. This is it. I think 40 cents. Again, this is not advice. I don't think it's because look at this. This stock had plenty of opportunities to break down, and it hasn't. So this is it right here. I believe we have seen the bottom. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart. Yeah, I think we've seen the bottom here. And next week, we're going to close this gap, 67.7 cents here. This is going to be closed. And then the stock is going to probably, again, I think it's a 250 stock by like February. And then $5, if you're willing to wait, another 6-9 months. But I think this is going to be an easy 250 right here. It's like free money. I mean, this thing is basically like, buying the stock right here below private market valuation. It's crazy. Make sure you click the the link to join our Discord channel down below. Yeah, I think it's got too many eyes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. No, listen, I don't blame anybody for taking profits. I think, look, you know what? Look, especially if you have one of these tax-free Canadian trading accounts, and I just realized that's probably why the moves in the Canadian stocks get like over exaggerated, because you have people who can take profits without paying taxes. It's tax-free. So if you double your money, and you basically know the way these things behave. Once these things double, most likely they pull back. That's pretty much it. So that's probably a good trading. Okay. Oh, so she's staying in long term here. Okay. Yeah. So this is it. Okay. On that note, thank you. Have a great weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to all the Americans and anybody else. And I will see you all next Tuesday. We're not doing a chart chat on Sunday. This counts as the Sunday chart chat. I think we're going to see some amazing things in the next 4 to 6 weeks in these stocks. Probably, you're going to see probably a bunch of things doubling and tripling between now and second week of January. So you want to be prepared. Thank you, and see you on the next live.